Hey, what's up? So I'm here doing some research on a video that I'm thinking about working on for, an upcoming video. And while thinking about it, researching it, it got me thinking about how this chain of reactions are taking place within politics, within our government, and where something you would have thought, you know, last year, a couple of years ago, when it was happening completely crazy, when you see all the things that are going on now, like with Vault 7, the wiretapping issue, Barack Obama, it really got me thinking on the whole globalist agenda and how they are pulling no stops to try to destroy Donald Trump because they were really set to roll out the carpet of globalism and really change the face of America and the world for that matter. But they came into this big roadblock in Donald Trump's victory that they just, this isn't normal reaction to the loss of a presidency. The Republicans sure as hell didn't act this way when Obama came into power because, on good faith of American government, we elect someone and they take over as, supposed to, and things go on for 4 years. You can you can have your issues, but it never got like this out of control. But here you have the Democrats, Obama not going anywhere, really trying to overthrow, destroy. I mean, this is a coup. This is a coup from, the internal ranks of Obama holdovers, globalist holdovers. There are Republican globalists, of course, John McCain, Lindsey Graham. I'm sure outside forces like Mitt Romney. That's why he was so vehemently against Donald Trump. These people were expecting to have Hillary come in and just set the motion of globalism, onto America and the world. And they got the door slammed in their face, and they are not happy about it. Normally, if it were a normal Republican, if Jeb Bush got in there, say, even though it wouldn't be their ideal choice, they wanted, the Queen herself. But if Jeb Bush would have won, you wouldn't have had this kind of backlash, this like reaction, because well, he's still a globalist. He's still good. He's gonna like try to appease a little bit to the right, so it won't be quite the way the Democrats would do it, but he would still go for open borders and amnesty and globalism. It would be globalism light, but it would be globalism, as to where Hillary would have been full on, globalism attack. But this wasn't Bush. This wasn't a neocon. This was Donald Trump and the silent majority of the American people who have had enough of the globalists destroying this country. But they are not happy about this. They are not happy. I mean, this is just insane. Everything that is happening, like, it makes you think, like, wow, so we weren't crazy. Everybody that was into conspiracies and, already knew the mainstream media was, for the most part, fake news, corrupt, not to be trusted. Of course, this past election cycle brought that all to the front for everyone to see. But lots of people were aware, were awake to this kind of, were privy to this, the whole idea of the deep state or the shadow government, puppets and puppet masters and those pulling the strings. But now it's like all coming to light. Mainstream media is involved because they're so centrally involved and so centrally biased and globalists themselves. They have to toe the line quite carefully to not expose themselves, even though they are exposed, but they're trying to hush the exposure. If it weren't for people on social media that were bringing voice to this even louder, sharing it, Twitter, YouTube, people making videos, um, sites like 4chan and all these different sites that are just spreading information faster than they can keep up with as many tentacles that the globalists have. They just don't have enough to keep up with the onslaught. That, the fighting back. We are punching back, and they don't like it. Anyway, like I said, I was actually doing some research on another subject that I want to see if it's worth turning into a video. And I was just thinking about how someone now could look back and tie things together and say, wow, like, I would have thought you were crazy for mentioning that before, which lots of people have thought. People that mentioned conspiracy theories before were crazy, but it's becoming less and less so when you see who and what is happening within our government. I mean, all levels of, CIA, NSA, crazy malware to manipulate the idea of what hackers may be from another country, Russia, and then pushing, posturing towards a new Cold War with Russia from Hillary at the debates. And it's just wild events going on within our government. And then they're pushing that in a social, the liberal left, progressive, the regressive left, bringing it down to identity politics and race and gender and class. And then with violent groups like mostly Antifa right now. Black Lives Matter have been kind of quiet recently. I doubt they'll be gone for long, but, pushing violence on the street and being, sort of egged along by the Democrats. Loretta Lynch just recently had that video where she was essentially calling for violence, civil war. Then we're fighting back, we're punching back. You had Base Stickman, who became a right-wing icon for just fighting back, cracking that Berkeley terrorist over the head with the stick. Anyway, it's on. Things are definitely changing in this country. We would have lost this country if we would have lost this election, but we didn't. And now we really have to take advantage of that. We really have to stand behind what we believe in, and that's America. There might be differences amongst us, but the overall goal is to save our way of life, our American way of life, our American traditions, and that is all being attacked. Anyway, I'm starting to go too long here. I just wanted to get that off my chest, and that's it. I'm out of here. Hey, so thanks for putting up with all my babbling. But if you like my channel so far, stick around. There's going to be more to come. Go ahead and like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't done so. That's it. I'll see you next time.